Hey everyone, this is Chris and Sandy with the Chris and Sandy Show. We get up close and personal with some amazing guests throughout the entertainment industry. And today, like I said, on every episode, we got a great one for you. Who do we have?
We have award-winning actress, writer, and producer Charlotte Kirk with us today. She has several upcoming movies, including British gangster movie Duchess, and she will be portraying Nicole Brown Simpson in true crime drama The Juice, which will be released in 2025.
And we're excited to talk to her about that and more. So welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me. I'm very excited to be here.
Awesome. So tell us a little bit about Duchess and the role that you portray in it.
Yes, so this is my third film that I co-wrote, produced, and acted in. Before this, I produced The Reckoning and The Lair with writer-director, my co-writer and director, Neil Marshall. And they are both horror films. So after those two films, we were like, what can we do next? We don't want to do another horror film. What about a gangster movie? And then we were like talking about all the great films, the Goodfellas, Scarface, just the epics. And I was like, I haven't seen one like that in a long time, like a good gangster movie. But what about a woman calling the shots? Like, I haven't seen that.
I love it.
And that's kind of how it came about. And it's really about, her rise to power. As you can see from the trailer, it's very action heavy, but it also has a lot of layers and depth to it. It's about love and betrayal, and like any really great gangster movie, it's got substance to it. So I'm very, very excited about it because I think it's very fresh. I haven't seen anything quite like this before. So I'm excited. I'm very, very excited about it.
And a lot of times the guy thinks he's calling the shots, but it's really the woman.
Exactly. But the thing is like this kind of role, like Duchess is almost like what you see. Really, what would a male would play this role?
Right.
Total badass action. It's like, that's great. We've seen it so many times, and we kind of wanted to mix the story up because it's a gangster movie. It's not about drugs. It's about diamonds. Diamond industry kind of got the blood diamond vibe to it as well.
Right.
Yeah. So it's kind of got everything to it. So, and we've had such a great response from the trailer so far. So. I'm hoping people are going to love it as much as they're enjoying the trailer.
Yes.
So now, how did The Juice come about?
The Juice. So I've been attached to that for quite some time. So we've shot half the movie where I play Nicole Brown Simpson. Half the movie is flashbacks of Nicole and OJ.
Yeah.
Their life, their story, how they met. And the other half is a lawyer telling their story through flashbacks.
Oh, okay.
It's actually about a real lawyer, Douglas McCann, who sued Verizon phone records for not releasing phone records that show that OJ couldn't have done it because Nicole was on the phone to her mum when OJ had already left on his way to the airport. So it's possible. It's pretty crazy. And like to this day, Verizon haven't released those phone records. I mean, that's just a part of it. But it's a very, very interesting story. Very, very interesting. What we've shot so far is pretty incredible. But then the strikes happen, COVID happened. So
I understand that.
Had to shut down. But yeah, I'm very excited. That was a very challenging one because, I felt such a responsibility to play, a real life character, the Nicole Brown Simpson, So
what is that like to portray someone like her and all that?
Oh my God, I felt such a responsibility because people have, seen her in clips. They know her and she's, an American sweetheart. So it was just the responsibility of making sure I play her as perfectly and, as truthful as possible, really. So that was a very challenging role. I'm excited to see the release of that one as well. And then I've also got coming out next year, Fight or Flight, which is a film I finished filming with Dolph Lundgren and Michael J. White, which is very, very cool. You know, going from kind of like a gangster movie, Duchess, to, you know, a legend, an action star legend, Dolph Lundgren, was very, very cool. Very, very cool. I was it was amazing. So I'm very excited about that one. That comes out next year as well. So
Great.
So let's go back now. When did it click for you that acting could be a career? And was there a moment?
there wasn't really a particular moment. I'd always struggled in school. I'm on the spectrum. And I'm dyslexic. So school was very, very difficult for me, especially academics, maths, English. It was very, very difficult for me. But when I stepped into drama class for the first time, I was like, what is this? This is something that I can connect to. And I feel like I'm good at, and I feel free, and I can express myself. So that was kind of the first time. And then after secondary school, I went to drama school. And literally after that, I was 19, and someone said to me, Charlotte, you want to be an actress? Go to the US. I was like, okay. So I just packed my bag, moved to the US when I was 19, and, you know, and had some success working as an actress, you know, working with Bruce Willis and Ocean's 8. But it wasn't really until COVID when I decided to open my own production company and was like, good movies, you know, good scripts are hard to find, but then good female roles are even harder to find, right?
Yeah.
So that's when I was.
So you'll create them.
Sorry.
So you'll create them.
Exactly. Absolutely. And Duchess really was my dream role. She's pretty badass. So yeah.
Yeah, we've seen the trailer.
We did. We loved the trailer, so we can't wait to see it.
Thank you. Yes. August 9th it comes out. I suspect you aren't in LA, are you?
No, we're in Savannah, Georgia.
I was going to say, because we're having a premiere in LA on the 6th of August. So if you were in LA, we would love to have invited you.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah, but it's okay. You can watch it on the 9th.
Yeah, absolutely. We will.
Awesome.
So as you know, a lot of people, they see the glory in what you do, but they don't see the grind, the sacrifice, the tears, the struggles it takes to get to any level within entertainment. And nobody really talks about this side of it, but we do, because I think people need to talk about it.
100%.
So tell us about that side of it. How have you handled the setbacks and all that? And what is the grind like?
The grind is like, you have to live and breathe it. You can't just, you know, part-time, or I'll see what happens. You can't have a backup plan. You're all in. Like, I'm living and breathing this every single day, every single minute. It's, you know, and as a creative, I have the opposite problem. It's very difficult for me to switch off, you know, like after midnight and at weekends. It's like, no, Charlotte, just stop, just take a breath.
Right.
But I think you need to do that. You need to have that. Otherwise, it's so difficult. Yes, there's more stuff being made now, more content, but it's kind of, there's more competition and there's more stuff out there. So it's so tough. The industry is so tough. It's so cutthroat. And that's, again, why I created my own stuff. So I was like, oh, you know, but creating your own stuff is really difficult as well. You've got to find the finance. You've got to do the logistics. You've got to... So it's running a business, whatever it is always hard. Always. Doesn't matter what you are, what level you're at. It's always so difficult. Always.
And, you know, for actors and actresses, COVID was like one of them catch-22s. It made it to where you didn't have to be in LA, but it also made it where everybody didn't have to be in LA. So where now all of a sudden the competition is the world.
100%. But the nice thing about it is you don't have to audition in person, right? So self-tapes are like the thing now, which is great. And that's when I moved out of LA literally after COVID. With, you know, it was a very tough time. And, you know, when it was so tough. I mean, when we were shooting Duchess, I got COVID. The director got COVID.
Oh, wow.
Down for a few days, which was a disaster. So, yeah, it was a very, very challenging shoot. You know, yes, it's fun. And when the camera, when they say action, it's great and you're in character. But it's tough. There's a lot of stuff that, as you said, people don't see. The sweat, the tears, the grind, the everyday.
Yeah,
It's real.
people want to be with you in the glory, but they don't want to be with you in the grind.
100%. 100%.
'Cause-
And they see it and they think, oh, it looks so easy. You just make a movie. It's like, no, years. Like writing, development. We wrote Duchess in 2015 and we shot it in 2022. It took a while to get made.
Yeah, that's like we interviewed a person recently, and she was talking about the same thing, to where because now she's in a movie that's at the theaters, everybody that's known her from the past, oh, you're rich now, and she's like, I'm far from that.
Exactly. And you know, when you reach a certain level, you think, oh, that's it. What I can say, if when I get there, then I can say I've made it and I've done that. Then you get there, then that's not enough, and then that's not enough. Because I think being a creative, it's all like you're always on that journey, and you're always searching for that next thing. So it's always like those inner demons you're tackling as well.
Now, as you know, a lot of people, they see you, but they don't see the team around you. In our opinion, teams never get any love. On our show, they do. So take a few moments and just tell us about the team that helps you be who you are.
Well, I have an incredible publicist, Charles Sherman, who's amazing.
He's awesome.
He's awesome. You know, I have my partner, my business partner, you know, Neil Marshall, who obviously co-wrote and helped me produce and directed, you know, 4 of my feature films. Having a team around you is so important. It literally makes or breaks you. It really does. If you have like a really bad team around you, you're just gonna go downhill very, very quickly. You have to have the right team. 100%. 100%.
And that's almost like the old saying, it takes a village to raise kids. It really takes a village to raise an artist.
It really does. For musicians, for actors, for everyone, really.
You know, anything in creative.
Exactly.
Because a lot of people, you know, they see business owners and they see you have 20, 30, 50 employees. But when they see an actor or actress or a musician, they see that person. So they don't see that they, you know, like what Taylor Swift has, how many employees are like?
Like a lot.
Thousands, I think, or at least hundreds, you know, and people don't see that side of it. And I think that it's so important before people really see movies. I think they should really realize what it takes. And it's not just the person that you see in the front.
But also logistical as well, like planning, you know, scheduling, and the creative side is what we do, which is great, but it's usually like 20% on set being creative, and the rest of the grind, producing, writing, developing. You know, there's a lot to it. That's why if you're going to make a movie, go all out, and that's what I think I did on Duchess. You know, make something vanilla, something, you know, just a run-of-your-mill action movie. No, I wanted to make something like stand out. Wow, like hopefully I'll never, you know, the audience remember it and fall in love with this film and this character.
And you're talking about being all in. I love that, because we had a guest come on a few years ago that talked about advice and all that, and she said that whatever you do, you have to be all in, because you're going to take time from your family, from your friends, from other things in your life. And if you're not all in, you're hurting them, because you're not going to make it anyway then. And if you don't make it, then you just wasted all that time that you could have spent with your family.
100%. It's so true. That is so true. And it's like, if you can, like, just don't have a backup plan. Don't say that, you know, because a lot of people do, and they fall back on it, or they just think, oh, this is I can do half. And it's just, you just can't. You just got to be 100%. And again, there is sacrifices. That's another thing. There's family sacrifices. And sorry, my dog.
That's just like I heard someone say that if you got a plan B, might as well go do it.
Yes, exactly.
Because you'll eventually go do it.
You have to. But that is one of my advices. When someone says, "What's your advice?" I would say, just do it. You know, and people think about it, or maybe one day, or this or that. And I believe work gets work. So, you know, if you start on a short film or a commercial, whatever it is, you'll meet someone there and they'll help you or recommend you on the next job. I so believe work gets work. And you just do one thing to the other, to the other, to the other. I so believe that.
You know, we found that to be true even with our show. It's like, you know, we started out in January of 2020, and we had a few contacts in Nashville. So we started out as in to interviewing up and coming country artists.
Mhm.
And so we started there. And I remember one of our big breakthroughs came when I got an email wanting us to put 6 of their clients on, and one of them happened to be Anna Christina Cash, which happens to be the daughter-in-law to Johnny Cash. You know, she's married to John Carter Cash.
Wow.
And so we get her on, and then because of her, we got Carlene Carter on from the Carter family. We got Jenny Gill on from Vince Gill and them. So all of a sudden, these kids around the legends came on. So then it solidified the show. So then other people wanted to. I mean, we even had one. I remember one guest. This was the funniest thing. She was like, "I had to come on because all my friends came on."
Follow the crowd. That's amazing. That is amazing. It's so true. One thing leads to the other. It's so true.
Mm-hmm.
And if you guys, you just took the initiative, like you a negative COVID, and you turn it into a positive, and now you have your amazing successful show.
And we actually launched a couple months before COVID.
So
we had no idea.
2020, yeah.
Because COVID is what really changed the direction of the show. Because
it did. Yeah.
Because once COVID happened, I told Sandy, I was like, nobody's doing anything right now. I'm gonna start reaching out to the bigger guests and just see what happens. And because of that, we end up with a Randy Travis, a Sarah Evans, and people like that. And that just kept snowballing.
Incredible. That is amazing. Wow. But that's it. Like, I filmed during COVID. I shot 2 films during COVID. The Lair was the one we did previously to Duchess. It was, number 1 Amazon around the world for like a good 6 months. It's getting a great response, or it got a great response. It still is. And that was a film that we thought it was just going to be a small little horror that we shot during COVID. And, just doing it just creates something, especially when you have your passion and art and everything that goes into it. It's just doing it. That 100% would be my advice.
And speaking of teams, we got a third co-host, our 12-year-old that we let come on out.
We do.
So she's gonna go get him.
I'm gonna go get him.
Did you know what, guys? I have to say, I only see a picture of Chris. I don't actually see you guys.
Well, she's gone right now. She's
no. But you're frozen, Chris.
Oh, I'm frozen, huh?
Oh,
because on my side, I'm not frozen.
That is so weird, and that's happened on the previous interview I did. I literally just see a freeze frame of you.
Hopefully, it's not froze.
Yeah, no, I don't. I think it might be a problem on my end.
I mean, you're not. I'm about to go check something real quick here too. While we're waiting on him to come, sure. I can just out of curiosity here.
Let's make this ice cream bread recipe from 1978.
Had to turn down that so that I don't interfere with that.
No worries.
No, I'm moving. Check that real quick. I'm moving. I went to sleep because we're live right now, so
yes.
I went. And,
that's
funny that I'm froze on your end.
I know. I've just been talking to a freeze frame the whole time. It's okay. It's very Duchessy. We have freeze frames in the film. It's okay. It goes with the theme of this Duchess.
I love that. So while we're waiting on him, what's next for you?
So there's quite a few things. So I'm reading 2 scripts right now that I developed. One is a romantic book that I optioned. It's a New York Times best-selling book that I'm adapting into a screenplay.
Oh, wow.
Another horror. But I've got the Fight or Flight movie coming out next year with Dolph Lundgren and Michael J. White. I've got another horror coming out that I just finished called The Possession of Gladstone Manor with Barbara Crampton, Lynn Shay, Jesse Metcalf. So very, very excited about that one. And I also have Compulsion coming out, which is an erotic thriller. So they're all coming out next year. Yes, I'm very.
So you're milking them.
You got to do that. You got to take every opportunity and then milk them. No, but you got to take good opportunities though. You can't just take projects. I think it's very important. You still have to be selective. Very important.
Exactly. All right. Hey, Shari. So, what's your favorite food?
My favorite food, chocolate, 100%. I'm kind of a sugar addict, like really bad a sugar addict.
Because what's yours?
Pizza.
Oh yeah. That's my top 5. Definitely my top 5. Yeah. But chocolate, hands down.
Ah,
All right, what's your favorite car?
Bentley.
ooh, it's a good one. And what's yours?
1970 Corvette.
Nice.
And he doesn't just want the Corvette. He wants the Pro Street Corvette, which is the big engine ones.
Ooh, he's got nice, expensive taste.
Yep.
I like it.
Yeah, because we do another channel called the Customized Ride, where we go in car shows here in the Southeast, and me and him both film and load it on, and it's kind of taken off because we have between 5 platforms. I think we have 300,000 followers, and we've done 130 million video views on that brand.
That is amazing. Amazing.
We never imagined it doing that, but it just took off, and so now we go travel and kind of do all that car show, and
Incredible.
and because of that, he saw that Corvette, and he's like, "That's what I want."
That's what I want. It's a beautiful car. In fact, in the OJ film, the lawyer drives a Corvette. Corvette Larry's called. So
Oh,
yes,
wow.
an amazing classic car. Classic. Love it.
Anything else?
That's about it, I think.
Okay.
All right.
Bentley and chocolate. Oh yeah.
Yes.
All the way.
So if you could co-star with any actor or actress, who would it be, and what role would you want to play?
My dream role I've just played, which is Duchess. But if I had to play another role, I think a biopic would be cool. Somewhat like playing Blondie or Dusty Springfield or something like that. I think would be really cool. I'd love to play a Southern role as well, because I just love your accents. I just love a good old Southern accent. I think it's the best. But who would I want to co-star with? I mean, Tom Cruise.
That'd be a good one.
Tom Cruise, DiCaprio, Meryl Streep. I love Susan Sarandon as well. I think she's incredible. Jake Gyllenhaal. Sorry, I've given you a lot more than one there. But there's lots. Lots.
Yeah, that's like, I've got a lot of dream guests I'd like to have on here. And people ask, and it's like tough to answer, because it's like, well, my ultimate dream guest would be Steve Harvey. You know, and
incredible.
And
he's
it's
so
like
inspirational.
Yep, and it's like, and I love him because he does, of course, what we do here. He talks and all that, and interviews people and all that. But I love his story. I don't know if you've ever watched it, but if you go back and on YouTube and just put in a Apollo story, Steve Harvey, he tells how he first got on the Apollo story, and it really is a rags to riches type thing where he was just flat broke, and just one thing led to another that got him to this place, that got him there. The next thing he knows, he's had no money, but he's at the Apollo, and
yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I know. Yeah, he's incredible. He's so inspiring. Any rags to riches story, and someone that gives out good vibes and good energy like him. They're very interesting people to talk to and to listen to and to learn from.
So, what's been your hardest role?
They're all different. I mean, The Reckoning was tough because it was my first role that I produced and acted in, and it was challenging because it was very emotional. It was almost played like, I played a woman falsely accused of being a witch in England 1665, so that was very tough. I had to learn a horse ride, I had to learn a sword fight, so there was a lot of elements to that movie. But then The Lair, my second film, was very tough as well, because I had to learn to kick ass, like literally action from start to finish.
Oh, wow.
But then, of course, Nicole Brown Simpson, because the responsibility of that. So they kind of all have their own challenges.
I love that. So what's been your most fun role?
Duchess.
So where do you want to be in 5 years?
Happy, I would say. Just keep doing what I love, and happy, healthy, travel, and keep making movies and hopefully get better. Keep learning. Yeah.
Love that. So let's look 20 years down the road, and let's say you are a success on a grand scale. What do you hope you never forget on that journey?
Where I came from, I guess. You know, that it was a struggle. Don't take anything for granted. Nothing really lasts, so enjoy it when you have it. You know, and enjoy the journey, because it's one thing's guaranteed, and that's the end. Right at the end of the, you know, the pearly gates for all of us, right? So
Yep.
enjoy.
We all end somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. So enjoy and try and enjoy it a little bit more, and not put so much pressure on myself.
Now, I always like to end with this final question. And you kind of hit a little bit earlier about advice, but let's see if you want to go any deeper than you did. But what advice would you give that person that wants to do what you do?
Believe in yourself. Always follow your gut, especially when it comes to like creatively. Follow your gut in your decisions. Always follow your heart, your gut, your instincts. Meaning when you're acting, just go follow with your intuition. Don't get too much in your head, and don't doubt yourself. And then again, as I said, just do it. Don't think twice. If you might do it and hate it, but at least you can say you can, right? I would rather regret something you did do than rather something you didn't do. I think that's really important. Otherwise, could you imagine like never not knowing? So do it. And if you're good at it, and if it's meant to be, you'll go on to the next one, and you'll get better, and you'll meet people, and you'll be on this journey that you apparently want. So believe in yourself, follow your gut, and do it.
I love that, because they always say that your worst regrets are the regrets that you didn't do something.
Yeah, I couldn't. Yeah,
because it's like, you know, I always tell people, I'm okay with failing. I'm just not okay with not trying.
Exactly, 100%. I think that's just tragic. People that have never done anything because they're too scared to, and it's like wasted potential. Yes, it's scary, and it's easier said than done, but you have to try. At least try.
Love that. So any final words as we close out?
Watch Duchess, everyone. Enjoy it and be inspired by it. August 9th, VOD, digital, Amazon, at iTunes. You can pre-order it now on iTunes, but enjoy it.
I love that. And, you know, we were happy to have you on the show.
Oh,
and
thank you.
And you're welcome back anytime.
Oh, I'd love to come back. Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Have a great day.
And you. Bye-bye.